PGTV presents Lady Jane Boleyn, the spider at court, betrayal, survival, and the plot to fool a king. She was called cunning, cold, a traitor to her own blood. Lady Jane Boleyn, Viscountess of Rochford, wove herself into the heart of Tudor court life and tore it apart from within. She betrayed her husband. She may have helped destroy Anne Boleyn, and she whispered secrets that led to the death of Queen Katheryn Howard. But her most shocking act, a secret plan to help the Queen conceive a child with her lover and pass it off as the king's heir. Tonight, we unravel the twisted legacy of Lady Jane Boleyn, the spider at court. Chapter 1. Born to play the game. Jane Parker was born into nobility, daughter of Henry Parker, Baron Morley. Educated, ambitious, and well-connected, she entered court as a teenager, serving Queen Katherine of Aragon. She danced at the Field of Cloth of Gold. She dazzled in masks. She knew how to be seen and how to listen. In 1525, she married George Boleyn, brother to Anne Boleyn. It was a union of power, not passion. Chapter 2. A marriage of ice and fire. George Boleyn was witty, brilliant, and cruel. Their marriage was childless, distant, and possibly abusive. Rumors swirled. George was a womanizer, or perhaps he preferred men. Either way, Jane was sidelined. She watched Anne rise to queenship. She served her loyally at first, but when Anne's star began to fall, Jane made her move. Chapter 3. The Betrayal of Blood. May 1536. Anne Boleyn is arrested for adultery, incest, and treason. George is accused of incest with his own sister. And who gave the damning testimony? Jane Boleyn. Whether coerced or calculating, Jane's words helped send her husband and sister-in-law to the scaffold. She survived, but her name was stained. Chapter 4. The Queen's Shadow. Jane returned to court. She served Jane Seymour, then Anne of Cleves, then Katherine Howard. She was everywhere, watching, whispering, surviving. When Katherine began her secret affair with Thomas Culpepper, Jane became the go-between. She arranged meetings. She kept the Queen's secrets. But this wasn't just a reckless romance. It was a calculated plan. Chapter 5. The Heir That Never Was. Henry VIII was aging ill and rumored to be impotent. Katherine Howard, just a teenager, knew her position was fragile. She needed a son. Jane and Katherine concocted a plan. If Katherine could become pregnant by Culpepper, they would pass the child off as Henry's heir. It was bold, it was dangerous, and it was treason. Jane facilitated secret meetings. She kept watch. She risked everything. But the plan unraveled. Rumors spread. The king's wrath ignited. Chapter 6. The Fall of the Spider. Katherine Howard was arrested for adultery. Jane Boleyn was accused of aiding and abetting. She was interrogated, imprisoned, and declared insane. But Henry VIII changed the law, allowing the insane to be executed. On February 13, 1542, Jane was beheaded alongside Katherine Howard. Her final words were lost to history, but her reputation lived on. Chapter 7. Legacy of a Villainess. Was Jane Boleyn truly evil? Or was she a woman trapped in a brutal world, forced to choose survival over loyalty? She's been called a traitor, a liar, a schemer, but she was also a witness to power, a player in the game, and a victim of its cruelty. Her story is one of ambition, betrayal, and the high cost of silence. Thank you for watching PGTV. If this tale of courtly intrigue and ruthless survival captivated you, subscribe for more stories of scandal, power, and the women history tried to forget. Leave a comment below. Was Jane Boleyn a villain or just a mirror of her time? And remember, in the Tudor court, survival was never innocent.